morning to a rainy, overcast, still warm, day 242, I think it's 242. Anyway, I thought I'd just give it a check in today, see what's going on, show you what is going on. Our concrete slab didn't go according to plan, as I told you yesterday, so we've got some, again, lovely Barbados pooling water. So because we've had rain last night, you can see exactly how good it was. The rain does help cool it down, which is good, but we've got a pool of water in that corner there, which is right where the house is. Water in there. So if we keep this as a driveway, it's not ideal. Obviously it's meant to be the garage floor, so eventually there will be holes around here. It won't be so much of an issue unless obviously the garage floods. The starter bars are all around here. Obviously this is where the wall's going to be. The wall is going to be around here. And then the wall's all the way around here, and then we've got the jut that goes there, which is where the air conditioning and the gas will be housed, so that it will come this way and then along, and then the wall will go all the way. I mean, we can take the wall all the way along, but it's meant to have an opening so we can actually access the back garden should we ever need to. So sorry about the wind, by the way. So yeah, we're going to take the formwork off today and have a look at what it's like. They didn't vibrate it yesterday, as I said, so there's the first issue. Obviously it was a polished floor, so you can see the stones all in it where they didn't vibrate. And also they were meant to split it into 4 pieces to prevent future crackling, which they didn't do, and apparently they're going to come back and discuss it, which is fine. But anyway, yeah, unfortunately a friend of mine as well, but a poorly managed job. So but then, without being rude, we've used Cemex, we've used Rayside, we've used Ready Mix, we've used Lewis, and we've used one other, I can't remember what they're called. So we used 5 different companies and probably 6 or 7 different teams that float and finish. We've not had one company so far that's nailed it. So, note to self, go with wood, fuck concrete. And anyone on the island that's considering doing concrete, expect problems. The concrete never turns up, it's never as it should be. The guys don't unfortunately float as well as they should do. There doesn't seem to be any pride in it, and no one gets held responsible, which means it just carries on. So in England or in America, I'm sure they'll be like, we're not paying for that, so there'll be repercussions, but here there isn't any, so it just carries on. It's a shame really, because at the end of the day they don't, it's not as if they don't care. But anyway, let's get out of this wind and show you some of the things that are going on. So we've had quite a bit of rain today, which has obviously stopped some of the things we wanted to do. We were meant to have a bobcat here today, but we've had to put that off because of the wind and the rain. One thing we do want to do is we want to sand up. We want to sand here and get this painted. The scaffolding is here. I need the scaffolding gone, so we're renting it. So the sooner I can get that sanded down and finished, the sooner we can get rid. But I want the painters to focus on the inside today first. All the door jambs, or any form of sanding and painting I want done so they can get out of the house, because we've got friends coming over from England. We want the inside dust-free and livable. And then obviously there's the masons are going to be doing some finishing off. So we've got over here that needs to be mortared here, finished off. The guys are in there actually mortaring the wall up to the ceiling in the toilet, so we can actually get that sorted. And they're also doing the window jambs. Then I can get the bathroom suite fitted in. That'd be quite simple. Get it painted and get it done. That'd be quite simple. They're going to do this big window jamb as well today, and I think they're going to focus on these window jambs as well. And then obviously we need to finish off the jagged top. Hey, Oren, how are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good afternoon.
I had to stop to the hardware to drop some blades.
That's all right, buddy. That's all right.
All right.
So yeah, obviously the cottage isn't essential. It's more about the house. So anything on the house needs to be done is what we need to focus on. So I want to make sure today that everything we physically do is house orientated. As you can see up here where the buckets are, they've actually, because they've now done the tops, look how nice it looks. It's nice and square. There's no jagged edges. We need to get the down pipes cut out that are now there that aren't needed. So today I want to try and get the pipes cut out. I want all the edges on the house, including the front, sorted. And we're currently boxing this up, so we're going to get that poured at some stage next week. So I want the toilet roof poured and the little annex bit that goes over done. And then we're going to think about what we're going to do with the garage. I need some ideas. So anyone out there that's got some ideas, let me know. Initially it was meant to be a block wall from here to here, all the way down and all the way across to here, and then a big concrete roof across the top. But it's bloody expensive, it's time consuming, and as you can see with concrete, it just lands up being a headache. So what options do I have to physically make that cheaper to try and get that done? Initially, it was going to come right across this roof, which means it was bloody tall in there as well. So if you think about it, this is 8 foot. So this is going to be around about 3.5, 4 foot. So you're at 12, you're at 13 feet all the way along in a garage, which we could do it being lower. So do we take it down? Do we make it out of wood? Do we make it out of blocks and then wood? Let's come up with some ideas. Anyone out there, you know, some of the people in the US that have got some ideas, shout me back and let me know what you think. But I want to try and get a garage there. I was going to leave it, but we need somewhere to put stuff away. So again, the garage door was going to be 17, 18 foot. So do we go with 2 smaller doors or one smaller door? I want to try and come up with the best cost-effective way of getting a roof on there, sides on, and the garage door on, so we can actually get that done. So any ideas, let me know. The pool was obviously sorted last night, so they're going to test that today to see if they've had any leaking, which fingers crossed they haven't. The shower wall was finished off last night, so we could probably get a coat of paint on that next week, which I will do. We've got to sort out the jamb here. So now we've actually finished this underneath, we need to take the taping off, and we need to look at whether we're going to put either a finish in here or whether we're actually going to silicone or cork that. The downside is a couple of places it is quite big, as you can see there, look. So it might be worth fixing. Been called up on the roof as mid-video, sorry about that. So whilst I was up, I wanted to show you what actually we've done. So we carried on getting a few leaks. So we actually put some extra material over the cracks itself. So I put an industrial silicone down, which is a meaty stuff. But the roof company did this. So they've actually put a white mesh with a roofing material over it. So it's a bit of an eyesore. But it is designed obviously to physically cover the crack itself, and potentially sealing anything that's there. So he's taken that down as far as he can, which is great. So fingers crossed that will stop the actual cracking we were getting, the leaking we were getting. He's got one on the overhang here. There's my blade. Must have left it up here. That was last Thursday. So that's what happens in Barbados when you leave a bit of metal out for 1 week. Rubber jet. Must be a nice life. And this place is the same thing. The reason why I'm up here at the moment is that we've got a pool of water now. Since we've done this beam here, we've got so the guys are just taking a little bit of a chase out in here to try and get the water to run through. So they've broken through, which needs to be tidied up, and then we just need to follow this wood here to hit here. So hopefully the water will run from there out of here. Ideal solution, but that's pretty much what we're going to have to do, and then we need to get all of this swept up and tidied up. So yeah, I'll just show you whilst we're up here. Okay, so a 2 o'clock update. It sounds like there's a right mission going on out here. The front door apparently is trying to be fitted. It weighs an absolute ton and huge.
I keep it up with the bar on the left bar, right?
It's not going to stay there.
Move back to a bar, that bar, I want that. Or get perfect. What you gonna do here now? I can let them wait pay. Or? Right. You want me let, when I can tear some more. Tear some more.
Put this in the right mission. Okay, so in the meantime, in here has been plastered in. The ceiling's been plastered up to the top. The door opening has been sorted out. Some of the actual door jambs are being done over the road, as you can see. 2 windows being done. Obviously the door is being done. The guys have sanded and painted in here today. Had a monstrous amount of dust in here today, but they look a lot better, obviously. Everything's all sheeted up still. Sherwin's over there painting in the bits that took off. We actually took off some of the actual corner tape, but they used masking tape rather than blue tape, and it pulled the paint off. So that's now been rectified. And they're trying to put the front door in. Front door is receiving a few scratches and dents and marks, that's for sure. So if they get it in, it's going to be a lot of tender care it's going to need. Anyway, we'll look outside. As he drops the phone on the floor. Right, outside. The driveway has got a lovely swimming pool on it. Cheers, Alex. Has been these 2 pieces here and here have actually been mortared in. I think there was a bit down there I think they were all about doing as well. The roof has had a little bit of tender loving care today as well. Sorry about the wind. The wall down the far end has been plastered, front and back.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And you gotta
That's what the boys are contending with. So they've managed to get the pivot in.
Watch this. Last switch.
Right, switch, go back out the switch.
Yeah, put last switch in. Come in.
Interesting. Okay, the wall down the end has been sorted. I don't know if the return's been done. There's some wind today. Oof. Where's that come from? Girl's got the windows open. Need to get some of these stones out. The stuff here is just too big. That needs to be combed off. Someone's driven on there already. So the top's still got to be sorted out, but the wall has actually been taken to the end. It's been plastered on this side. That bit still needs to be sorted out. And then this bit's got to be plastered on the inside as well. Okay. I'll word them now. So Rock is sitting there waiting for blocks. Could always actually jump on a wheelbarrow and go and get some. It's not hard. Anyway, the door seems to be taking up a lot of people today. Anyone think it was heavy? So it is actually going in, so it's looking a little bit better, that's for sure.
Yes, man!
They're a little bit they're happy. You lot need to go to the gym.
It's spinning.
You lot need to go to the gym.
You need to go to the gym. Hey, you Alvin.
Interesting. Beckles has done the right thing, he's done a runner. Okay. So yeah, that's been most of the work today. Most of the work has been removing the formwork from here. Double checking the honeycomb, bear in mind that we've had nothing vibrated. It's not too bad on this side, there's a little bit on the back side unfortunately. And as you can see, lots of stone imprint where they polished, but obviously they polished stone. A little bit of honeycombing over here, a slight bit here. This has been removed of grime and garbage because we want to try and get the bobcat on it tomorrow and get this all levelled off, but we shouldn't really have it on there, so I've got to talk to the guys about that. We're also removing the door, adding a doorway downstairs. So I'm not too sure whether they started that or not because I've been busy. Have a quick look. No, nothing started yet. So they've started just removing some of the plaster to see where the blocks actually are. Looks like it actually comes into here. So we're just literally going to cut straight down the wall and put a door frame in there. Put a door frame in here, and this will be the access into the basement itself. And then that will enable us to block up the other side. There's work going on inside the cottage. I think that's more about the plumbing element. So it's making sure the valves are in. Yeah, valves are going in, water's going to be filling up, and then we're going to get the actual pump turned on to try and get some water pressure to the building. Because at the moment it's non-existent. And a lack of heat as well, for some reason. Got a good solar system upstairs, got a heater downstairs, and we don't get any hot water for the shower for some unknown reason. So anyway, that's pretty much what's been happening today. The dust inside has been horrendous today. But anyway, that's finished, so hopefully that's going to be known. I've actually said to the painters, I don't care what you find in the house, there is no more filler. I don't give a damn. No more filler, no more filling, no more sanding. Paint, get out. So that's what they're going to try and do. So these guys are taking a bit of a rest from the door front. So fingers crossed it's in, and we can try and get it shutting. Always nice, we can try and then get that happening. So I'll update you in a minute once we've actually seen the door in. The door is pivoting, so fingers crossed the pivot can continue doing what it's doing. And get on putting the top in final. That's another part of the build over and done with, fingers crossed. So anyway, I'll update you in a minute when we've seen the door in action. Okay, so 5 to 5, just finishing up. Quick reiteration of what's happened today. Fix the foamed obviously outside the doors, that's going to be trimmed up tomorrow. Window jamb here been done. Window jamb there been done. Just 2 for today. The inner bathroom, downstairs WC, that's been, the door jamb inside, that's been done, and the roof, it's been plastered to the roof. We started taking the actual doorway downstairs out as well, but that's quite noisy, so we held off on that because of the neighbours. I think the last thing they need is us doing any more noise. This window jamb was started, but it didn't get any further. I'm not too sure why. It was rodded up and it was started. That's the main thing. There was some work done on the roof, so that is finished off. I think they were just trimming back some pipes, capping those off, putting some new caps on stuff. Some of this stuff here was done as well, so you can see here the pipe work in here. The pipe work in here, when this eventually turns into a garage, that will be sinks and drainage. So that was just boxed in and finished off as it was around here. We also started the painting on the outside. So we had a primer put down the front of the building, and we've had the windows fixer-foamed at the top as well. And said wall at the end was plastered in and out. We just need to finish the block work at the end and put the cap on. And as we saw, the main event was obviously the main door going in. It fits perfect on the base, perfect